Okay, so very good evening to everybody. Very good evening. Unfortunately, it's not everybody here that are going to the trading room thereafter. So I'm going to start right away. And yeah, so that's the moment right now. I'm going to start and putting in this. There we go. Okay, so very importantly, I might not have time to overemphasize on what I expected us to do over time, because I've been repeating it over and over. In this space, you must have to guide yourself and determine what you want in the space, and so that you can move ahead. But by and large, I'm going to show you. Of course, we itemize some things we said we're going to be doing, and we have been doing rather. And first of all, we expected everybody to have their their wallet. I've been always mentioning wallet, external wallet, because going forward there are going to be a lot of issues in the platforms, especially platforms that promise people heaven on earth, and at the end of the day they get them disappointed. So you have to guide yourself against some of those platforms. But basically, tonight we're looking at the new phase of EDC blockchain, and talking about the Terabit, and then talked about the Million Money smart contract, and then other overview. Okay, now, but I need to sound this, for us, that exactly what we are doing in this space is beyond just coming into a space and follow up without actually having a pattern drafted for yourself. I normally tell people in this space, everywhere you find yourself, not even this space, you have to adopt a use theory against a dependent theory. Then let alone in this space, you are meant to always adopt a use theory against a dependent theory. Now, why am I saying this? Let's go to EDC. I'm going to just be very brief on the EDC. Please, if you have your friends, your clients, anyone around you that don't have their, what's it called, their, that don't have their EDC withdrawn from Yobit, please tell them to do. It's so important. Let them do, because EDC admin had given order for everybody to ensure that since on the 12th, the latest to the 19th of this month, everyone should ensure that their EDC is being withdrawn from their Yobit or their different exchange platforms back to their back office. And of course, anyone who wants to withdraw his EDC, please, you don't need memo, because I think I saw somebody was asking about memo on our group chat the other day. You don't need memo. Once you just click on withdrawer, and then you can make, excuse me, you can make withdrawal of your EDC to your back office. Please do that. I don't want anybody to come back later and say, hey, Felix, I never knew they were doing that. And please, if you have your friends anywhere or your team members, be a good brother's keeper and tell them to go withdraw their EDC from their back office, from their exchange platform back to their back office. Okay, so once that is done, the new phase of EDC, does that mean EDC is not going to come to the exchange again? No, two things are involved that you must take to, you must take notes. Number one, EDC is, of course, you have the Ecrofund, okay? You have the Ecrofund, okay, for instance, this is my Ecrofund, and I still advise anybody, in our community, if you have more than 20 account or 40 account, for instance, and, just if you want to do more, listen, add up to your existing account, don't create a new account, so that because of verification, okay? Try as much as possible, to create account, add more, EDC if you want to do more volume of EDC, okay? So you can create additional volume on an existing account, okay? Now, some of us on Ecrofund, like this is an account that's already verified on Ecrofund. If you have not verified if you have not uploaded your detail on Ecrofund, please do and upload your detail. I look at this is my account. It's been verified. You've already verified. So this account, I can withdraw everything on my Ecrofund. So what I advise everybody is that ensure at least your first account is verified. Okay, if you look at me, I have about how many? 8,758 Ecrofund EDC here. I can just click, and no matter what the volume, once my account is being verified, I can withdraw everything. Okay, everything now is gone to my wallet. Okay, let me come here, copy my code to just a moment. Please, I just want to give us so that when information comes or update comes, everyone should be able to do the needful. I wouldn't want a situation where we are together in this community and people are not taking responsibility. It's not difficult. Yeah, I know we need to be guided, okay? I know we need to be guided, but then we have to take responsibility. It's very, very important. And so even though we are trying to be our brother's keeper, and so we have to be very, very responsible, for everything we are doing, okay? So I want to log in to this account, for instance. I want to experiment something for you guys to see and then explain what we might have been a kind of point of confusion for us. I want to log into this place. Okay, there we go. Okay, I want to put my brain key. Okay, so okay. Yeah, I want to pull my brain key. Okay, something must have really gone wrong. Just a moment. I want to log in. Try this. Okay, sorry, that was actually not our functional brain key, and so that was why we have that problem there. But also, we're going now. Put in here. Okay, right. This is EDC blockchain. If you look at it now, overview. I've just pushed in 8,758 EDC up here just recently now. Now, two things are involved. These I'm going to very snappy. First is EDC creating what we call ERC20 enabled token, that is Ethereum protocol tokens. Now, with this Ethereum protocol token, EDC had enabled a swap or a conversion. And this conversion is that EDC ERC20 enabled will be available on, that's what's going to be available on the exchange platform, okay? And if that is the same, okay, if that, I think the network is really messing up now. So, okay, the network is wasting time. And so you have a way of converting your EDC blockchain, that's the EDC release, that is the coin, and it's going to be available at your back office. So at your back office, you can lease the EDC coin. And if for you to have access to EDC coin, it has to be, it's being transferred to you from back office. And that's why everyone was instructed to withdraw back their EDC coin from all the exchange platforms. And so it's going to be in back office, it's going to be peer-to-peer. But if it's peer-to-peer, they listen everything, the whole informations and everything that we've been doing in the listing still available, the functionality, everything to list coins still available. You can still list the way you've been listing coins and do all the needful and see earn your 10%. But now for me to withdraw the EDC and trade it on exchange, it must be swapped or converted into ERC token, which is the EDC20. Okay, and let's, for instance, I want to swap. Okay, if I click here now, balance, then EDC. Okay, I click here, balance, and then a lot of work is still going on the swap anyway. And so if I want to swap 100, okay, a lot of work is still going on. I think it's not opening. I've tested the conversion or the swapping, and I was able to swap, and so available on the ERC20. So every volume you are swapping is converted to EDC20. What's going to be available on exchange platform is EDC20. Now, please, this is a kind of secret I'm giving to our community. What secret is that? Now look at it. I told some persons there before, I say it's like the coin that is entering a new cycle and a different cycle. Everyone now listen to one guy from India or which country, and on one leadership forum of EDC blockchain, and he was talking about having been with EDC since 2015, 2016, and have faced the ups and downs, and all the rearrangement, and of course the person know what must have gotten. You gotta look at it. Last year, January or thereabout, one EDC was about 3 Satoshi. Let us not remember that. So just imagine somebody who had been in EDC and then restructure happen and make EDC up to 500 or 600 Satoshi from 3 Satoshi. That's crazy. So this is a new cycle. So everyone in our community should be smart enough to take advantage of this cycle. And what advantage are you going to take it? Now, don't be in a haste to swap your coin. Please don't. Let all the things to be perfected very well before you say you want to swap. I bet you're going to have 2 places to buy and sell your EDC. How? In your back office. Remember that every investor who want to list coin cannot buy EDC from exchange. And if you must get his EDC from exchange, it's going to take 2 ways or 3 ways. How? It's going to buy EDC20, which is ERC20 EDC, from all the exchange, and it's going to deposit it to his back office. Okay, he's going to deposit it to his back office. Okay, something like this. And when he deposits that to his back office, it's from there he's going to convert. Okay, he's going to convert whatever rate they are using to convert. He's going to convert this same EDC ERC20 by swapping this place. That talk. So if I swap this, I'm going to see EDC20, and the volume he want to convert, he typed it, and is now converted to EDC. It's from then in his back office he can now list. So you see that he goes to the exchange platform and buy at the prevailing rate, because EDC is not going to control the price of EDC 20 or EDC ERC 20 in all the exchange platform. It's going to be depending on the bargaining price of buying and selling on the exchange platform. The only thing is that the API is linked, and so he's going to buy it and convert it. Perhaps he may not be conversant with swapping processes, and so the best for him, it may be a new investor. That means on our platform, going forward, on our Build With Me on Omega Green and on different EDC platform we may be having peer-to-peer very regular, very frequent. So if that happens, in your back office, somebody want to buy EDC without necessarily going to the exchange platform can request, I have to, just like we buy BTC, so peer-to-peer or BTC, the same thing is going to be happening going forward. But somebody may have to now check what's the prevailing price of EDC for that day from the back office. Remember, this fixed, and then say about 1% after some time increasing in that dimension. Remember, every EDC swap, there's a bond of 90%. And so what I have checked, and I, just like, everything about cryptocurrency is sentiment and fundamental. What I've checked is that the moment EDC finishes all these swap processes and the EDC ERC20 token is available on different exchange platforms, remember, it's going to have limited supply. The circulating supply is going to be very low. If total supply is 1 billion, for instance, from the start, the circulating supply will be very, very low. And that's the price is going to spike over time. And so the best is once the market is opened and the swap have started, we have so many ways. some of us who are traders, okay, you don't swap your coin immediately. If you have little money, you go to the exchange where the coin is being traded, maybe on Yobit, on Bitly, on DigiFinex, on different exchange platform, and then you can still buy the new coins that are just coming to the market because it's still going to be limited, okay? And so be very understanding these processes is very sweet. It's a perfect arrangement, and so you need to learn how the business work and take advantage of the opportunity per time. Then in your back office, what I've discovered right now is that the charges they charge us to transfer coin again is no longer there. Okay, so if I want to transfer any coin now, there is no fee any longer. I can't see any fee. For instance, I'm just doing this. So there's no fee again. So you can transfer to somebody instead of transferring 30,000 EDC and 10 EDC is being charged, no fee again. So that means over time, where fee may be applicable is on the EDC ERC20. Okay. So I'm just taking my time to explain to us. Please don't be in a haste to convert your coin. If you don't understand things, ask on the forum, and somebody who have understanding can give you explanation towards that. And so for me, I don't need to be in a haste. But what I would advise is that once a spike happens on the EDC ERC20, that is EDC 20, and the price spiked very well, you check, okay, at what rate do I enter, EDC blockchain? This is the rate. Then you check how much is it. Maybe when one EDC is up to 0.01 or 0.009, thereabouts, and you see that the money is bogus enough, then you can convert, okay, and take the money off to another coin or, make it in fiat, depending on what you are targeting. But I want to let us know that for the next 1 year, we need to ride on the spiking activities that will be happening in EDC community. Because the company, they're just trying, strategizing different strategy and pattern to make their coin relevant. And boom, once a mistake, let me not call it assurance, a mistake happened and the agreement reached with EDC blockchain and Binance and the ERC20 token of EDC being listed on Binance, then that is chapter close. So that's going to be boom. So, but when the boom happened and without you prepared on ground, it may take you unaware. That's where you start running around to want to buy EDC ERC20 instead of being a manufacturer of it. Okay. And so that's just the basic things about the EDC blockchain update. There are many updates that will be coming up, but maybe over time we can unfold it to us, and so that we know how we go. Okay. And so next thing I want to show us again is this guy. Okay. So I've told everybody, try and do your KYC, especially your first account. Over time, you can take the detail of your spouse, your wife, your husband to do the other one. But the other thing is that you cannot use an ID card of somebody who is below 18 years to do a KYC. So try, and do the major one, and then over time you can do the remaining one. Okay, I think it's important. The next thing I'm going to show us here is the Terra credit. Now, please, I've told us I don't like depending on things. I like using things, and things are meant to be used, not dependent on. So please make use of things rather than depending on them. How? Cryptocurrency is meant to be used. It's not meant to be dependent on. Somebody will say, okay, so it's not even reliable. Not that. The opportunity is going to be presenting a lot of things to you. There's going to be a lot of money on the table to pick, but many persons don't pick it. Let me use an example. BTC got up to as high as $10,500. Yeah, I know that not everybody trade, but you don't use it. If you have sold BTC at $10,500, yes, I'm sure not many people will have bought down here. But I remember in our trading forum when we're analyzing and that we're expecting BTC to come below $8,000, probably, or below $9,000 when it was $10,000. So we expected BTC to come to about, 9,200, 8,800. And eventually we say once it break that, we're expecting it at $8,200. Many of our community members, of course, were aware, And when the guy came down to 8,500, it was dribbling there over time. And then with the coronavirus and all manner of things, of course, I need you guys to be aware that the market was not affected only on BTC. A lot of markets that were being affected. Dow Jones was affected, silver was affected, the stock market, the crude oil, many markets were being affected. So it's a global problem. And we're still going to have a lot of drop, going forward, in not only in cryptocurrency, on different coins and different markets as it is. So don't panic. Okay. So we are in together. And so maybe if you want to understand much about the market crashings and all of that, you can read more about the Apple crash in 2008 financial global crisis. And so in a nutshell, why are we putting all this? I was showing some of us last week. Was it last week? Yeah, it was last week on Terra Credit. Everything I do, I use, I don't depend. Now, Terra Credit activity is similar to EDC activities, but everything with their own, dimension. And I expected everybody to look at how to use, some of those things. Now, look at credit. Credit now, if I'm smart enough, the price came down very well. Of course, all the coins came down. But if I look at the price, the percentage drop in credit price compared to BTC and other coins, not crazy like BTC. So what exactly was I meant to do? As credit came down very well, okay? As credit came down very well, I should have bought more. But I did something last week. Even though you are not a trader, look at the secret. Even though you are not a trader, do I need necessarily to be a trader before I can maximize this? No, you do not necessarily need to be a trader. Now, if you are an investor in EDC, in credit and all of that, now, when you are coming in to register on credit, on EDC, check the amount at rate, the rate at which you come into the market, okay? Let's see something. I think the network is okay. This is one of my account on credit, for instance. If you go to, I want to show you guys something I did. I was just playing around with it, I was just playing around with this place. Where is this? Orders. Okay, trade history. Right. So I was playing around with, okay, this guy. Okay, this is Ethereum. Okay, 7. Okay, can you see something? Okay, something. Look at it here. Okay, good. Okay, now you can see here, credit NGN. Okay, I bought credit. Okay, at 0.00034 previously. Okay, so if you look at it here, this is credit. I bought credit 0.0034, in Naira. I sold, I just place a price and I go away. 0.007, that means more, that's about 100 or 110%, because this is 0.007 and this is 0.0034. That's 100% plus, 110%. Now, what am I saying? Now, you haven't sold at this price. You bought at this price, bought like this, bought this way. What I meant to do or take note of is, this price is 0.0031, 33, 33, 34, 34. I take note of it. Now, I slaughter them into the mini POS, okay? I kill them into the mini POS, okay? Now, if you see now, this account is having about 43,215,597 credit. Now, I've taken note the lease was 0.0031 in Naira, that each of them were brought and then what copped here. Now, this account, I don't compound, my major account, I compound there. But I'm using this as an experiment. Every volume that is coming from this guy on daily basis, on daily basis, sorry, on hourly basis, this account, let's go, mini POS earning history. This account is earning about, let's see, is earning about 4,850 credit, okay? If that's the case, all right, if that's the case, 4,850 credit, okay, 4,850 credit. Good. So per hour, so multiply by 24 hours. So that's about 116,400 credit. Okay, multiply by 30 days, that's in a month. So that will give about 3.4 million. That's 3,492,000 credits in a month. So if in 1 or 2 months it has given, so multiply by 2, okay, that will give about 6.9 million. So what am I supposed to do? I do not need to know whatever price credit is going to do. Then I come here, when I did some of those nasty things, people were looking, fellas, you're crazy. You know, you don't wait. You don't want people to give approval to what you want to do. Just do your thing and leave other people to do what they like to do. So I come to the exchange. I don't know why the network of the exchange is messing up. Okay. Okay. Okay, I don't know. The network is messing up seriously. Okay. It's seriously messing up. Okay. However, that means my order must have been bought in Bitforest. Okay, I set at 2 GUI, and I think I'm seeing 2 GUI here. Okay, so nevertheless, so let's say in Naira, in NGN, what's up? Okay. Yeah. Good. Now, let's say I want to buy. Now, let's say I've bought, okay, let's say I've bought about, so 0.0000, okay, sorry, 0020, okay, 34 on the maximum, and about 43 million, okay, credit, okay, 43 million, 43 something, let's say 43,500,000 credit. 43 million, am I correct? Something like that. 43,500,000. That's about 147,900 naira, depending, okay, because many of us bought it more expensive than that. Okay, so let's say there's the total money you've spent to buy. But if you are buying that now, I think it's very, very cheaper more than that. So let's say this is what I brought, 43,500,000 units of it at this rate. I bought, let's just spend 150,000, 160,000. Now, in 2 months, give and take almost about 7 million of the token. Now, I just went this way. Okay, maybe at the end of the first month, you can go ahead and set like this, 0.01. Okay, 0.01. There you go. You have gotten about 7 million in 2 months or thereabout. That's a 6.9 million. Okay, am I in order? Yeah, 6.9 million. Okay, so I set the price. Another 2 months, okay, another 2 months, I have this, then I can set another price up to 10 kobo. That is Nigeria currency, 10 kobo. 10 kobo, 6.9 million, 10 kobo. This is 690,000. So I can set that way and go. Now, where you never expected the price to spike is when the market will spike and this thing will be sold. I use example of the one, for instance, the one I bought, 0.0034, and then let's say you buy worth of 100,000 naira, okay, 100,000 naira worth, 100,000 naira worth. Okay, I'm in order. 100,000 naira worth. 3.4. So that's about okay. No, sorry, forgive me. 100,000 naira. I'll type the month here. 100,000 naira. So 100,000 naira worth at this rate was about 29 million. Okay, there you go. About 29 million. There you go. I've set, and now went to set price at 0.0700. So, and that money was about how much? 100,000. So that's about 205,000 naira, because that's about 100% more. And but what did I do? After selling, I bought back, and that was when the money, the volume of the credit got up to that amount. So we're now saying, what if we accumulate this credit as much as possible, and eventually just manage to get to 1 naira, and you have 40 million, 40 million units of the credit. That's crazy. So 40 million units of the credit, and the credits, each one get to 1 naira, that is 40 million naira. And so you can logically have, but what I emphasize is this: once you have accumulated enough and the price spike very well, cut some part and sell and get money withdrawn to your bank account. Okay? Accumulate as long as the price is still low, but at a given interval, when you have accumulated much volume, either the price spike or not, set price. Okay? Just set price and go. And so that when a spike happens, it sells for you, you make your money, then collect that money, and keep for yourself. Okay? Collect that money and keep for yourself. It's very, very vital. It's very, very important. I just want us to, I love to be very realistic when I'm doing anything. So I don't just want people to be carried away by the fantasy of, oh, the market is good, the market is going to do that, the market is going to do this. I don't want to have that. I want to take advantage of the market and not the market taking advantage of me. So that's why I try as much as possible to give our people updates and how to maximize opportunity around you. And so this is credit. Okay. Now the last thing, almost time. Somebody say, when did this start? The last thing is this guy. I just hope I have excuse me. Oh shit. Whoosh. Shit. Okay. I don't want to do something very fast. I'm not online. Okay, let me just give explanation on this, on the smart contract. Please, for as much as we're trying to do something to help ourselves in our community, I'm still encouraging everybody, because the Million Money Credit, the Million Money Trust Wallet smart contract is basically to help our community. But of course, there's no doubt about it. It's a crowdfunding system. Okay, it's a crowdfunding, but we look at it that's a place where we can, rank up together, have a kind of, will I call it, community affairs, and being that like we can just build up the structure, and that was why we encourage every of our community member that please get signed up on time. And myself, it's uncountable on the number of people have signed up, and so I just give link out, and it's just many. In fact, a lot of people get signed up. But leverage we do is that as a community, if we come in on time, because I told everybody it's such a kind of pyramid, structure, because when we come in and then we spread in the information everywhere. Number one, it's very cheap for anyone to look for $10 and put in a place, and leveraging on the community effort. When a lot of spillovers start happening, we say, okay, you can generate 1 Ethereum, 2 Ethereum, 3 Ethereum, 4 Ethereum, depending on how many Ethereum we're able to generate using that platform. Then you can bank on that, your Ethereum, and keep it as your, a kind of savings. Because it's still very cheap for anyone to buy Ethereum 0.03, 0.05, 0.04, as low as maybe $5, $10 or thereabout. But the moment Ethereum leave where it is, because we're having a lot of overview and review about Ethereum to maybe long-term perspective of Ethereum, maybe in the next 1 or 2 years, to see Ethereum at maybe $5,000. So if that happened, and we have been able to use a crowdfunding system to generate like 10 Ethereum, and then if that's happened, you just keep that Ethereum. I was telling somebody about my experience in 2016, and then 2016 when I bought Ethereum, my first Ethereum I bought was at $5. I wouldn't forget. A lot of my friends I told, hey, buy Ethereum, buy Ethereum. They were like, hey, what are you talking about? In time, the guy was moving, it will go to $11. I still had one of my friends, I say, have you bought the Ethereum? It's now $11. Well, like, but you told me $5. I say, yeah, anytime you wake up, it's your good morning. And he was like, oh, and he never bought. And when he was in a meeting and he had Ethereum, and they said, how much? He says $225 or thereabout. He called me, hey, what coin do you ask? You asked me to buy before. I said Ethereum itself. I said many coins. No. There's a particular one you talked about at length. No. And I said, okay. And then we have to check on the board of the meeting where he was, and then took a snapshot and sent to me. I said, oh, it's Ethereum. He said, do I know how much it is? I said, I don't bloody care. You know why? I bought it. We have took, a kind of review about Ethereum that is going to spike very crazy. And when it started to spike from $5, it jumped to 11. From 11, it jumped to like a kind of compound. $22. Now from $22, I go to $44, 25, and go to $55. $60, $66, and it got to about $89. Then 100. $105, and then from there it moved to 200, 122, 150, 157, 198, and then go to $222. And so we're like, do you know how much is it? I say, I don't bloody care. I don't have time for that now. And he said, it's about $225. I said, yeah, that's fantastic. I bought my one at $5. Like, wow, you have a lot of money. I'm coming back to Port Harcourt. Let's share the one you bought. After all, you bought at $5. I say, hey, you're crazy. I didn't buy for $5. I bought risk. So I used $5, but what I pay more was the risk I took for the time. So you couldn't buy the time. So the money was not the big deal. So sometimes it's not how much you invest in a project. It's all about as at when did you invest in the project and how many risks do you take on that project. So I bought it at $5, and we got a review. Either it's true or not true. But in cryptocurrency, you have to learn how to buy the rumor and sell the news. And so we bought the rumor. What if the thing left $5 and go back to $0.005? What am I going to do? I will hold it. I may hold it 1 to 3 years and it never come up. What about it? What about Litecoin? Litecoin is older than Ethereum. Litecoin was staying down for several years, before it pick up a little and get up again. But from many information we're gathering about Litecoin, it's going to go crazy. But those people who had it that time, of course, they must have lost their patience. Some that have understanding will hold his patience. And that's exactly what is happening in the crypto space right now. And so, like, oh, I think you have to give me some Ethereum because you bought it cheap. I say, hey, you would not believe anybody who told you to buy. That's why I told you to buy. You never believed it. And I said, you know what? The best for you now is to buy at $225. He said, no, it's too expensive. Was comparing himself with what when I bought. I said, you never bought at $5. So the pain should not be there, or you shouldn't be calculating that, why will I buy at $225 when I knew that, when it was $5? The question is that, did you bought? No. So then forget about it. So buy when you see now. Guys, I sold Ethereum in 2018 at $1,400. That's crazy. So even if it's two, I bought, man. I made money. And so that's when it comes to 100% of words, 100% of one, 100% of two, 100% of three. So that's what the same thing now in credit. I don't know where it's going to, but wherever it wants to get to, then you have to take advantage of it when the market, the amount is insignificant. With 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira, 50,000 naira, I'm not saying you should put in those money, but you can put as you love or as your capacity carry. And once you have done little, don't say you want to pour everything on credit, then you diversify to other stuff. So the smart contract, everyone is up, to have created his Trust Wallet, and then we're using Trust Wallet to do every needful, in the space, And if you are able to make some Ethereum, of course, we're taking some risk of investing. Let me log in here. I hope I can have this. All right, I think I normally forget this, guys. Guys, it's good to diversify very well and don't always be in a haste in your business, in your crypto business. If you are too in a haste, I can assure you miss out everything. Don't always be in a haste. Always have long-term perspective. Long-term is not too long. If it's a long-term perspective, if it's 5 years, if it's 3 years, is it as long as a landed property? So you have long-term perspective is going to help you a lot. Okay, so let me take a phone. All right, guys. Okay, this is 450. Okay, 0. Okay. So once you're able to make your Ethereum, you have many options towards your coin, your Ethereum, your Ripple and all of that. You have the seriousness about it is that of course, if you are in our trading room, you should know some of the primary coins we talked about, coins you can buy and hold, and wait with them, and anyone who have long-term perspective of coins will make more money than people who are always rushing, because you will lose out seriously if you don't have a very good time perspective. All right. If you look at, I want to show us something. Ethereum. Okay. So any Ethereum I'm holding, I can just come here. Okay. So this Ethereum was on the 23rd of December when I just experimented this. On the 23rd of December, that I experimented this, right? Yeah, something like that. And it has given about 0.01675. That's about 1.6 million GUI, something like that. So 21,000 GUI every day, on one Ethereum. Assuming it's 10, of course, you know how many to be. Now, why do I have that of just keeping it here? Because that particular Ethereum I was holding, the only thing I knew I did was when Ethereum went to 220 $288. I sold, and when it came back to $203. I bought, and I took the little excess of that $88, something like that, or about $75, and I took it out, and so kept the Ethereum back. Because why? Right now, Ethereum is $120 something, and I remember that last year, December, the Ethereum I sent here I bought it at $123, and so by virtue of fiat, I have just a loss of, by virtue of fiat, I have a negative of just little fractions of percentage, okay, maybe about 4%, okay, over my Ethereum, okay. One Ethereum, bought it at $123, and one Ethereum now is $121. So, but this price is showing the USDT is together with this one Ethereum and this fraction. So 1.016 Ethereum is 124. Meanwhile, one Ethereum I bought it at $123. So right now, it's just a little loss of 4% in fiat I have, but in asset, I've grown, okay? And so, and remember, I've sold and bought back, and I still have my money, okay? So that's what you need to think about, towards having, taking advantage, of the community and the project around, cryptocurrency. So you must learn how to be patient, okay? If you look at this money now, the total money here now is $314. Yeah, and that money was about almost $700 before. So it had lost about 50 to 60%. It doesn't really matter, okay? What matters is that it's just accumulating. At any point in time when the market is stabilized, you come back here, you may see about $1,000, so it doesn't matter. So what matters is that those coins here, I'm actually keeping them, like example, Ethereum, this is their own internal token, and XRP, and yeah, XRP in the VET, stuff like that. So ladies and gentlemen, that's just the basics. And so if you are very new, anyone who is new to our community, please settle down, learn. And I've always tell people, if you come into this space of cryptocurrency with much money, with no or little knowledge, you'll go back with no or little money. But if you come with enough knowledge, and even with little money, you'll be able to navigate, though it may take time, so you have to be patient, and then you can take advantage of the whole thing. And I always tell everybody in our community, if you are not trading, you are wrong. I can tell you that tomorrow. If you are not trading, you are wrong. Yeah, I will always say this. If you are not trading, you are wrong. Somebody say, must I trade? Wow. If you understand what I'm saying, you know that if you are not trading, you are very, very wrong. It's always good to take advantage of the crypto. And if you have little knowledge of trading, and we have always said this, your trading is it compulsory you do the way Felix trade? No. Must I be scalping when I'm trading? No. You must not scalp. You must not trade like other people. Trade simply means buy low. Like right now, crypto is down. You are meant to look for fiat money to buy Bitcoin, though I'm still expecting Bitcoin to drop. And so, but nevertheless, these are just speculations. But based on some fundamental, analysis and checking some, stuff and sentiment, we say we're still expecting BTC to come down. So if BTC still come down, fine. But if it refuses to come down, no issue. So if I were you, if I have money, if I have intention of buying 500,000 naira, I can just buy like 200,000 and wait if it still come down very well. If it refuses to come down, no problem. Because what I expected in the market is the market can break somewhere here, $6,200 somewhere here. If it can break it and get up to $7,000, then I know that upward trend up to about 11,000, maybe before by May or thereabout, it should now drop back again to as drastic as this drop. Yeah. So, but right now, is it good for me to buy? Anytime you wake up, it's your good money. There's nobody that can give every assurance of things in the market. Market can be manipulated. But just know that when it comes to certain factors we take into consideration, it will play out, but it may stretch the time. And that's what the real guys, the whales in the market, take in beating us, the retail traders in the market. You get frustrated faster. And the worst is that the people who use margin trading, those people are using margin trading. All their account get liquidated every now and then. So, but if I'm holding my, my trade, I can hold my asset. If it drop, anytime I recover, I make my money. Okay, so that's why I encourage everybody, try, learn how to buy low and sell high, repeat the action. Just like, look at the Ethereum I bought at $123, even though I stake it, and then I'll freeze it when it was $288 and I sold, and I waited for it at $200. Now you may say, oh, you will have still waited to this time. You never expected that market, will come down to as low as this, even though later we'll now check more analysis and discover that the market will still come down. In fact, I expected Ethereum to drop to as low as $80. That's what I'm expecting. If BTC still come down, so I'm expecting Ethereum at $80, okay? I'm expecting Ethereum at $80. ETH. So I'm expecting, it has even dropped to that. I never checked. I was just expecting Ethereum at $80. I never knew it dropped to $86. Okay, no. But still, I'm still expecting at $80 if the price of BTC still flashed down very well. And you can see I sold at $288. It actually got to $300 on another exchange, that February. And so I sold, and it has been dropping. And so, okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are not in the trading class, but even if you are not a trader and an investor, there are basic things that you should be aware of. And so, and I'll still tell us, you don't just get involved in project because the project is paying, but you have to check certain factors. And I will encourage you that you are trading or not, maybe you are holding some coins. Please be very careful on the way you participate on shit coins. There are coins we call shit coins, and you pour in your money and you will never recover your money. Okay, so be careful, and so that you don't blame yourself thereafter. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've tried, and so if you have any questions, and you are free to ask right now. Yeah, any question? Anybody?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mama. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, and you?
Fine.
So I want to ask, on Bitrue, is the staking flexible?
Yeah, it's a flexible
Once
stake. Yeah, it's a flexible stake.
can be terminated anytime.
Yeah, anytime that was what I did to Ethereum that time. We call it unfreezing. It was frozen now, and so when you want to take a different decision, then you can unfreeze it and then do what you want to do. So it's flexible. So when the market spike very well, and maybe in fact you can decide to call it a quit. Maybe when the market has spiked very well, you have seen that you have gotten some volume, added what's it called? Added asset, and the price just like when I bought at $123, and when the price got to as high as what's it called? As high as 280. It actually got to $300 on. Bitrue is an exchange, so not just like a staking platform. Okay, Bitrue is an exchange, and so that's what makes it easy. To do a lot of things. Their activities was majorly backing on XRP. They are major propeller of XRP. Okay, so everything you are doing there is a one-stop shop. Oh, market just got up very well. It's okay, no problem. Ethereum, you go where's Ethereum? Okay.
So what do you mean propeller of XRP? Okay, they do that
There are
advertising.
major promotion and activities involvement, even pairing of coins. There are major pairing of coins. It's like benchmark instead of BTC was much of XRP.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was majorly XRP. So So they do some loaning, you can loan, and so all of those stuff. You can loan using your crypto asset to do collateral. I'm not saying anybody to go and loan there. If you loan and the way market drop now, they will liquidate your asset. Hope you know that. Because maybe you want to borrow $1,500 now, just like what Celsius 2 do now. So as far as the condition they give to you, the Ethereum you are keeping maybe it should be about $2,000, for instance, and they give you USDT as a loan. You take that USDT, you can go and do anything with it, but your collateral is that like maybe 1 or 2 or 3 Ethereum you kept there, and but unfortunately the price dropped the way it reversed now. So as far as the market drop below your collateral value, they liquidate that and take the asset.
Wow. And so you are still at advantage now when you are with the loan now, or irrespective of how much you've paid back.
But you must have been paying some small
of course,
percentage, depending on what, and it on again what you have used the loan to do. What if what you have used the loan to do has not yielded anything possible?
Yeah.
Your asset will pay you more than the fiat, because maybe after they liquidate your account and then market pull back and took a very drastic reversal, you feel like, wow, what have I done to myself? So
at what percentage is that staking, sir?
I didn't. You said the staking?
Yes, sir.
This is just normal like Binance staking. Look at those their percentages. It's a normal, it's an analyzed staking.
Analyzed, okay.
Yeah, it's analyzed staking. Look at see Ethereum. Why mine now? Why mine instead of 6.3% annualized, mine is about 8 point something. And why? There's a volume of their own internal
token. Okay.
So ordinarily my percentage was 8.63 before, but because of the price of their token to every coin dropped drastically, so they expected me to have, if tomorrow I have to buy more of their token and keep it again. They expected me to have this additional to keep to hold to mine so that I can maximize to the highest percentage.
Okay. On their own exchange platform.
Ordinarily, if I'm not holding their internal coin, what I should have on my annualized 6.3%. But because I hold their coin, that's why I have capacity to go there. So the capacity I had before was 8.63%, but now it's 8.02% because their token I'm having is not equal to the percentage of the volume of capacity I should hold. So that's why my capacity dropped to this level. Okay, so me and you can stake, and I will earn 0 as 8.63% annualized token, and you will have 6.3, but we are in the same place because of what I'm holding. You can see now, I want to stop this, I can just come here, click here on free, say, are you sure? You say yes, then you close it. Then you return back to your free wallet. Then you can do whatever thing you want to do with it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So that's just the thing. And so like I was telling somebody, sorry, let's go here. Yeah, any other question? I think this is clear enough. Yeah, any other question, anybody?
On EBC, sir, you mentioned that we shouldn't be in a hurry to swap the ERC20.
Yeah.
Is it now? We shouldn't be in a hurry.
Yeah, you don't need to be in a hurry because
in the wallet now.
No, I mean when the conversion is fully, functioning and the swapping, you don't need to be in a hurry because you have 2 places to either sell and whatever. Why am I saying we shouldn't be in a hurry? Maybe you have swapped all your tokens, your coins, to ERC20 token because you want to send it to the exchange platform. And as you send it there, then because there's a kind of things they say they will be doing in the back office as to check when to adjust price, because they are burning the volume of the EDC, the price in the back of, because that your EDC coin is permanently going to be in the back of you as like a raw material for staking. Like what most platforms do. Most platforms, they call themselves tokenization. And this tokenization, they have a coin on the API linked to the exchange, and they have index price of a coin. Okay?
Yes.
They have index price of a coin. So what is in the back office is controlled by them. Now, there will be a process of where you want to withdraw. Some as rigid as not even be able to withdraw until to a given period. While some give you output of a given percentage. So the given output in a given percentage help in stabilizing their price not to be dumped. Okay? So, but the one that is already in the circulation on the exchange can be sold and bought anyhow. I think that was the style these guys were using. What is their name? Oh, I will remember. Yeah, so I will remember. So what you are having in your back office, in the EDC back office, is not changing.
Yes,
Everything is there. Your EDC, one of the good things is that if I'm transferring to you now, I'm not even being charged any percentage again, which is cool. Now, but
it's
for
at
anyone,
no cost.
pardon? I can't hear you.
Network is bad. I didn't hear you, sir.
I said, what is in your back office now? If I want to transfer, like that charges before now, it's no longer there. And so for anybody to lease, we have to buy peer-to-peer, just like you are buying BTC peer-to-peer.
Yes,
And,
yes, sir.
Or I go to the exchange and buy the already swap that is on the exchange.
Wow.
Now, if I'm going to buy the already swap, I'll have to bring it back here and swap it back to EDC.
To EDC. Okay.
And it won't be everybody that will understand that technical know-how from the one.
Yes, yes, yes.
So now, why do I need not to be in a haste? If I've been in a haste, maybe after I have swapped, the market have not picked up very well, but because of the need for investors who are leasing and they are busy buying from back office, maybe on our platform we begin to do peer-to-peer. I want to buy some volume, and you check what's the prevailing price in the back office, so amount, and that one the price had gone up more than even what you are seeing in the one you swap. You'll be tempted to say, hey, I can swap and back. Oh, that's why I would say everybody should. Yeah, like what happened during that day, of like when everybody should withdraw. Yeah, I was telling many of you guys, say, if I in the office, I was sharing with them, I said, oh, if I 3 things came to my mind, God will just bless my twin brother .com. In fact, that day, I first I say, you know what we are going to do? Let's do like this. He said, okay. So anything I say we'll do, he said, okay. I said, okay. What we are going to do is that let's move on. He said, okay. Later, within the seconds, the guy said, no. Let's not move it. Let's do this. He said, okay. So everything we're just like, within the seconds, we're just looking at what is the fastest things we're going to do. Then in the clear picture, it was shown that, oh, this coin immediately is behavior that caused either price drop or go up. And we said, oh, the price was going to dump massively on Yobit, which it happens dropped to about 32 Satoshi. Now, the second thought, we now knew that by the time those guys who are trading it on Yobit, not everyone that trading the coin on Yobit know that there's a project about the coin. Like many of us now, there are coins we trade. We don't know that they are doing master news somewhere. We just see that the market. Some people like one chain now, somebody don't know. They may be trading now, be making profit, but they don't know that we can actually buy it and stock somewhere and still make some percentage. So when I say this coin will be pumped, if they had not even suspended and sent notice to all the exchange platforms to stop trading, in 2 days, I will have seen EDC at 150 Satoshi. But nevertheless, from 32 Satoshi, it still returned back to as high as 60 Satoshi, and now came back to 50, 52, 53 before they now, memo was sent to them, to stop. So in that case, I have people who bought, EDC at 33 Satoshi that day, having heard that it's possible they will pump it. But that was a risk, you know, and they pump it. Such person, some of them sold at 53 Satoshi, 50 Satoshi, 56 Satoshi from 33. You understand? Within that shortest
Yes, sir.
Yes, so it was like people who have moved our own back to the back office, like, oh, I for never move, oh, I for make money before I move. Now I for buy back, you know. So these are the stuff. So that's why I said, let us not be in a haste, you know, in swapping. You have to see the clearer picture and take advantage of which one will be more beneficial for us, you know, before you take so many actions.
Okay, so clearly understood.
Okay.
Thank
So,
you,
ladies and gentlemen, any other question? I think we've run out of time already. Any question, anybody?
They don't sleep.
Oh, you sure?
Nobody's sleeping.
I needed to fight the shade. Good as a question.
I want to ask this question. Why is this Ecrifon taking time to verify someone's account?
Just stay with them as long as they take you. I cannot really give any tangible answer for that. Though there are a lot of things on their heads anyway. From the look of things, my own took a long time. You know, start the process. Wow. And another thing is that please, all your picture you're uploading and your ID card, let it be very clear. You know, because my own self rally was not attended to for a very long time. You know, wow. And then so it's not only, you know, you just have to manage them with the way they are, and then after all, it's the volume on your Ecrifon, okay? So okay. Like my own, I was looking at my account that they didn't verify on time. So at the point, I said, okay, let it just be there. When they finally verify what was accruing daily, so I just discovered that when I was to move the first volume, the volume that was dropping little by little every day at about 2,000 something, and I saw that the volume I was to move after the verification was about 77,000. Wow!
After the verification,
so it was like a chunks, you know. I said, okay, you know. So that does it. So you just have to allow the time.
Another question is on this Terabit. Terabit, okay. If let's assume I have verified the verification there and the account I'll put in, definitely have to be the same name, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It has to be the same name with the ID card you're uploading, everything. The whole essence of verification, so that you may, if you want to, you know, deposit, withdraw in Naira, you can do that easily and all of
that. Okay. This is not happening in Thailand. That is only in Nigeria and South Africa.
So maybe over time. So, but you if you have time, you may just do. If you don't have, you can just still be doing digital to digital. But another thing I will let you know, I would like you to know is that even though you have not verified your own account, over time when the market spike, you can still sell to NGN. Okay, yes. So you can still sell to NGN. You know, it's like an instrument for you now. Just like you sell to USDT, even though you didn't withdraw USDT. So it's going to serve an instrument for you when you sell to NGN and the price come down back very well. You know, you can now convert, you can buy back, or maybe you now want to, like, you have converted to NGN, and as at that time you now, you know, you needed money, you can now convert the NGN back to the credit as an instrument and move it to ETH and withdraw your ETH, and, you know, as the case may be.
Okay.
It does not stop you to make use of it as an instrument in your trading activities. Yes.
So that thing is very important. It will help us here so much sending money home.
But that's the whole ideology. Okay, that's the whole ideology. Fiat to crypto. A lot of use cases of crypto are coming up, you know, where you can at least easily move things, do like this and all of that. So there are a whole lot of things, in this space.
By the grace of God, my first 2 weeks home, I'll spend it with you. I'll disturb you in the office.
Okay. No problem. So I think we just get that, and we've taken a long time. Okay, officer, you are needed.
Our position,
you gallant.
Full time. How that did that?
I'll market it for the other side.
No, go with position. The result they have, they only they are like saying only had day class. Just there, they see this.
As you know, great talk. I think say you dey headquarters. Wait till make I talk. That make me so of I don't sleep now.
One dodge one side. I ain't dead. You are taking minutes.
Okay, you are taking minutes.
Get out here, I beg you. Well done, sir. No wahala. We dey watch am as they go.
Na so.
We no go carry last.
No. We no go carry last.
These guys are really, they are really bent on keeping me on the ground, but I no agree. You will soon see me, sure. I will escape from the house one day.
Okay. No shaking pen.
You're welcome. Thank you.
No shaking pen.
Hello, sir. Hello,
yes.
Sir.
Madam Professor, long time. Happy New Year.
To you, sir. Sir, the way this market is going down is really scaring me.
Yeah, it's allowed. Yeah, it's allowed. You're allowed to be scared, and so it's allowed.
You're
allowed. It will still go down, sir. You are saying you hope you can go. What is it?
We are praying for it to go down well. Some of us are praying for it to go down.
Don't you know how many mountain Mr. IY did for praying for this link coin to come down up till now? Say even this coming down is wayo. For the fact that
it's only coming down in USDT.
It doesn't come. It only come down in USDT. If you look at it, because this is 38,000. This is 38,900 and something, which is still very high compared to what many people are expected to buy it back.
Yes, at least we are expecting at 27,000 Satoshi. So they refuse to come down.
That will have make a lot of sense.
I've been scalping.
25 will be okay. 25 will be okay.
Huh?
5,000
I've been scalping it. Mm-hmm.
You did what?
I've been scalping. If you scalp it, much more, you go gather like that.
Like me, I did some scalping previously when it was doing that 55, 50, 52, 55. It's just that sometime, okay, let me just wrap up like a trading room now. Let me give us something. There are things that I've always been emphasizing, so that you don't overstress yourself in this space of crypto. I've always said, divide your portfolio. Number one is that you don't trade so many coins. I've been saying it and I'll keep repeating it. And because sometimes when we are saying it, it will not enter to our mind until it happens. And I always say this, until you are involved, you will never know what is involved. And to enjoy this crypto, you have to make a lot of mistakes. Mistake does not mean where you are going to give money to one Baba Jebu. No. The mistake is that sometimes you may even sell. You wanted selling. You didn't know that you were buying. If you have been trading and this has not happened to you, you have not started. Why you want to, like now,
It happened to me, Taya. Kai.
That time when you told me, I laughed. I laugh at you.
I cried, Taya.
So you will just be rushing, especially when you are some coins that are doing blah, 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 like willy, that you want to like make the profit. you wouldn't know when you have, maybe just like what market want to do now, just like doing some gra. You have looked at it, maybe Ethereum. Maybe you have bought Ethereum at this $86, all right? And now you want to sell. You didn't know that you are here at the buy zone, or you are using your phone, and you didn't know you didn't click that logo of sell, but the logo was still on buy. And there you go. You place price instead of to sell at maybe you are scalping it at 135, okay? Maybe at 135, okay? You didn't know that you were on buying zone. And then 135, say, okay. Let me just sell like 5 out of my Ethereum. Pum. And that is the price. You just sell. People have already placed price at that rate. Then you now, later you just say, no be Ethereum I can't get like this. What is happening? You go back. Come. Your brain will scatter because you have taken time, you have scalped. Maybe you have scalped from 80 to 110, yes, 90 to 120, 90 to this. And you have actually gathered more money, maybe up to like profit of like.
It happened to me on credit. I was to place a buy.
Okay.
I had some volume of credit on BitForex that I bought at a high price. So when I saw it, the price came down. I said, okay, let me place a sell of the volume I have at maybe 8 Gwewi or 7. Not knowing that I was on sell zone. I was to buy.
Okay.
The little I had just went and sold at 3 Gwewi. In fact, it's nothing. It wasn't funny. In fact, that was how I closed my phone. That was the end. I didn't open that phone again. For that, it was annoying.
Sorry.
In fact.
Pele.
Continue. You will still come to me for your own. Don't worry. My turn.
You don't do tire, but we go the money. So when you make.
So if that's why I would say, if it has not happened to you, that means you've not actually started. It must happen to you. And again, when a shaking market like this, like the season we are now, has not happened to anybody while trading, you've not started. If it has just been doing normal market go up, you make it, and then if it has not entered this kind of fear time, disbelief, and all of that many things will run through your brain. You've not started. You are still like Ajebo until when market has dealt with you. Because the more market deal with you, the more you learn pattern, the more you learn strategy. Many people, market has not dealt with them. There is no pattern whatsoever they have gotten. So until you have been dealt with by market, then your brain will be very open that you make certain decisions. Somebody will be looking at you. Why do you make this decision? You say, don't worry, my dear. You will not understand. Because many persons don't know that. Just like when we say sell every spike and buy every dip. I have some clients before, like this recent market that went up. When market was at 9,700, 9,800, I remember on our platform, I start selling, right? I start selling BTC. And my live selling on BTC was about 10.2. The 10.4 I sold I was assisting somebody. But like all my market I wanted to sell were sold highest at 10.2. And somebody asked me, saying, but the market is actually going to 12,000. I say, yes, the probability is very high, but it doesn't matter. There is another day, another coin, and another market. I don't trade without having USDT in reserve. It's not possible. no matter how little fraction it is, because there can be a pullback, and it's on that note. They were like, no. The market, I said, you trade the way you like, and I do the way I like. I don't like to stress myself over and over again. And there we go. When the market will start doing the, he just called me, hey, I'm in soup. Are you? I said, no, you are not in soup. Now, the point there is this. We all need to, what's this guy? This guy, they are wicked. They never sell for me. I wanted buying. I thought I saw credit at Tigwe. I thought they'll have bought for me. Yet, it's not good. So, and until you have made certain mistakes, you will never arrive at anything, next what to work with, next what to work with, next what to work with. You ought to make mistake and now see what to work with in the next time. And so that's why I beg everybody. I said your trade. Wow, look at market. Man, this is sweet. I think I still have some trade here. I still beg everybody that your trade is not completed until when that market is pushed. This market now is struggling. Ordinarily should break up to, let me go back. Sorry. But this market may, okay, still recovering. The market is stubborn. Okay, so please, in our trade, I say your market is not completed until it's back to stable market. Because anything can happen in the space, especially the fraction you are swinging and scalping. Ensure you round up at USDT. If not, everything you are doing will not make any meaning. Please, if you don't wrap up your trade into USDT, you've not started at all. You've not. It has to be completed. Thank God for these guys now. Everything in the market is for us to make use of. The bear and the bull. I did some crazy thing about the bear and the bull. This drastic drop and rise. Okay. The bear and the bull, they have been helping so seriously. I think I joined the bear and the bull from $11 or something. Now, when we have every let me say, very high probability of a fall, just like we emphasized that the market was coming down. Then when we saw it at 8,000 to say, wow, once this guy hit 8,000 to expect drastically to even as low as 6,800. Thereafter, we saw the market indicator was showing that, man, it's even going to drop below 6,800. And then with that, you quickly move, just like your USDT that you've made as profit. Maybe you bought Bitcoin at $7,000 or $8,000, and then you sold at 10,000. It's a USDT. You just quickly come back to these guys, ETH bear. Like ETH bear now will be dropping. So ETH bear, can just imagine when ETH bear was at $10. I joined from $10 thereabout, and then I pushed to $25 and all of that. So just imagine from $10 to $25, that's 100 and something percent. And with all this fall, this guy went up to as high as $89. You perhaps may not get to that $89, but the good thing is that it's your profit you are using to still make another profit. Just imagine you buy the ETH bear at $15, for instance, and you're able to wait to $45. That's 300%, 3x. And then there you go. You move it back, because once you see that market is getting stabilized, you can move it back to USDT again, or move it back to the bull. But before to move it back to the bull, you have to move it to USDT back. And then, so if the bull want to run, then you ride 3%. That is, every 1% run is 3% on your bull. Every 1% run is 3%. So once, the good advantage of those things is that it's like a stable that is running. How? If it's in USDT, whatever fall is constant. But if it's in bear, the more fall, the more profit. Then Once, sometimes if you have bought beer at, let's say, $15, and beer had gotten to $45, and you sell, and you end up getting to 89, don't murmur about it. Remember, the USDT you first put it to was a profit on its own first for you. And then the USDT that you bought are now $15. You have used $15 to get $45, for instance. That is, you have make it times 3. So if it is $450, or if it's $150, it's already $450. Then as the market dropped very well, you collect your BTC. Remember, by the time you look at it, let me do this experiment so that we can always apply it. You have bought, let's say you have bought Beam. Let's go here. You have bought Beam. Okay, you have bought Beam. Let's say you have bought Beam at
hello, sir. Hello, sir. Please, can you paint a scenario like you just credit your Binance with Naira, then just paint a scenario like that, then before you get to this bit. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I did send a video on that for Naira. Like you send Naira to your this thing, and then you come to NGN. I did, but I know it's not every much persons that used it. I said, when you come back, and then if the price here is not favorable, BTC NGN is not too favorable for you, you first use BUSD and convert it like you are now converting it to the digital stable money, because the Naira is not paired with USDT, it's not paired with other coins, rather it's just paired with BNB and BTC. So because the rate here now, if you look at it, that you see is high, then you can now, first of all, just go and convert to this. But once you convert to this, you still need to convert BUSD to USDT, should in case the coin you want to buy is not paired with a BUSD. If I put my Naira here, I can just say, okay, come to, like I did that on a video, and I sent the video. When I bought about $25, I was using it as an experiment. Look at it here. I was using it as an experiment that day. Look at it here. Look at it, BUSD. That means I converted it at the rate of $393. Meanwhile, at that time, to buy BTC outside, they were talking about $420, $430. Okay, so I have brought my Naira, and down, that means I'm able to get at $393. By the time I want to buy USD, so let's say $394, $395 maximum, rather than the outside I'm talking about $430 Naira per dollar. So that means I've gotten at about $395 Naira per dollar. So immediately I've done that, is in BUSD. Then I now want to buy, let's say, Litecoin. So I have to come here, BTC USDT, for instance. Let's go here. Sorry, because the moment you are coming in newly, it's going to be this way. Then you are clicking BTC USDT. You click on fiat. As you click on fiat, so I now want to buy LTC Litecoin. So look at LTC against USDT, against USDC, against this, against BUSD, and that's where your money is. Then you click it. So as you click it, then you come, whatever rate it is, okay? You say, okay, 36 point something dollar per this, and it's the BUSD you have. Let's say you have 500 BUSD at this, okay, $500, and maybe that's what you want to use to buy, Litecoin. So that means it's going to buy you 13 point something Litecoin. You click on buy. So immediately buy, you are done. These are just instruments. Okay. So as their instrument, you bought a Litecoin. Okay. And now Litecoin end up going to like $50. Okay. End up going to like $50. Remember, all these things, BTC, USD, they are just tools that you are meant to be manipulating to your own advantage. Okay, you know that you bought it. That means you use fiat to buy it. But even though you have used fiat to buy it, BTC may drop very well, that this price will be constant, will be $36 till next year. I'm just using an example. But the more BTC drop, the more the dollar drop, but the Satoshi increased. Oh, in that case, if you look at what is the Satoshi of Litecoin right now to BTC, and at the prevailing rate, you are buying $36. Let's go here and go to BTC market. And this is LTC, Litecoin. So Litecoin against BTC right now is about 671,110 Satoshi, thereabout. Now, by that point, it has moved to about 80,000 Satoshi. But the USD dollar is still not 36. Maybe it's even 32. You may be looking, no. You don't need to do that. You say, hey, I bought it at $36. You didn't know that you are in profit. You are in profit on the asset. It's about 80,000. But at the time you were buying it against USD, yes, it was 36. But in the Satoshi value was 67 or 66,000. Right now it's about 80,000. But the dollar is 32. You forget about the dollar. Convert that to your Litecoin to BTC. So that when BTC right back, that useless dollar you are counting is going to give you boom, very big. So in that case, you have sold your Litecoin. Remember, you used your BUSD to buy Litecoin. Must I sell my Litecoin back to BUSD? No, it's not compulsory. You have to be flexible in your decision. And you are now moving to sell your Litecoin to BTC at how much? At 80,000 Satoshi. Now, ordinarily, because BTC came down seriously, ordinarily, as at the time you are selling, it should be $43 with that 80,000 Satoshi, $43. But there you are, it's about $32. You are not carried away by the dollar. No, sell it to BTC and have more volume of your asset. Now, when BTC take a ride, all this money you are looking for that time will just come on their own. Now, once they come on their own, you will now see that 80,000 Satoshi, as at that time, may be $50 because BTC have spiked back. Then you now sell that your BTC to USD. As you sell your BTC to USDT, there you come here and say BTC, come to fiat and say BTC, okay? And if you now say BTC, if you come here now, when BTC is about, let's say, $9,000. $9,000. Okay. Now, the BTC you want to sell is 0.008, 80,000. Look at it. It's about $72 rather than the 43 or even the $32 or $36, as the case may be. Ooh, you've sold this thing. So as at this time, it's like you have made times 2 of that money you were calculating that, oh, I'm selling at loss. You are selling to asset. And the asset can spike and give you that money you're calculating. So 36 to 72, that's about another 100% on its own. Fine, you've sold it to USDT. Thereby, BTC is now coming down. Oh, at that time, say BTC, you are coming down, no problem. I'm not gonna be waiting, keeping my $72. I locate this guy. This funny guy is here, called Mr. ETH Boer, or Mr. EOS Beer, okay? Mr. EOS Beer, or Mr. BNB Beer. Mr. BNB Beer, okay? Or Mr. XRP Beer. I mostly use ETH because for all the rise and all of that. So, but each of the beer, as far as market is crashing, they too crash. And so now let's use a typical example of that ETH beer now. Okay, ETH beer. Oh, my USDT, $72. And ETH beer was at $15. I'm using that example of that time when I enter, $15. And there you are, you have $72. $72 is going to buy 4.8 ETH beer. No problem. Market kept crashing. Everybody say, oh, we are there, we are finished. You say, okay, can it come down? They don't know what you are hoping on. Though it may not be on your market that is on beer. So it's not your market you push there. So please don't go and push on your market. And the market quickly took a recovery. You know, like Captain, the market is taking recovery and you are pushing all your money to beer. And then that's the time you are now from one high seat to another high seat. Don't go to Corona.
It wasn't funny.
Hi, Captain.
I will share with you later. It wasn't funny. Up till now, I'm still suffering with the virus.
Aye, Captain.
Yeah, well, so it's good we are learning. That's the reason I'm really interested.
Somebody told me, say, hey, somebody told me, say, hey, Felix. I say, yeah. I said, we've not had any reports of coronavirus in Jamaica. I say, weed have weed it out. It's a ganja man. It's a ganja man. Everything is.
All the world is here. No coronavirus in Jamaica.
Okay, so now you have pushed it. It will amaze you to know that, okay, I pushed part of my money, even though the other one is still in the BTC. Because sometimes when market crash very well, and somebody say, hey, I want to sell. No. You can see the other time somebody was saying, it's only a foolish man that will be selling now. I say, it's not its level, is the level of understanding. Okay. And now, but you have some fraction of that your money in beer. Let's say this for now, $72. Now, it amazes you to know that, $72 and 4.8 beer. Now, beer move and get to $50, especially when the market crashed very well. Once the market crashed very well and get to a point of consolidation, as if you want to take a recovery, you may exit your beer if you like, or you can exit 50%, or depending on how many you have. So there you go. Beer, you want to now dispose 4.8 beer, okay, at $40 or $50. Okay, look at the money. $240 from $72. Now, as you dispose $240, now, and beer still go up again. Don't regret it. You now wait this $240, since you have sold your beer to USDT from $72 to $240, and you couldn't buy back again, no problem. Then, like many of us are praying, let BTC come down, let BTC. As it's coming down, the more you have this guy in reserve. It come down to one useless $2,300. You just use this and collect it, and it take a quick recovery. You discover that you are now collecting BTC now, $240, and there we go, $2,400. Sorry, somebody say, hey, what am I saying? Did I say $240? Yeah, it can come there now. It can go to anywhere. It's at its own liberty. Okay, so there we go. You now say, okay, let me use $240, okay, to buy BTC at $3,000. Okay, so $240. So that means you are buying crazy about 0.08. There you are now holding 0.08. Then when the madness get back to about, okay, $10,000. $10,000 and 0.08. That's about $800. 0.08. That's about $800. So this is how you twist this thing around, and you are not going to be in a haste. When the market is against you, you settle down. Let it come to your favor, you strike. So you have to be patient, and you don't just, somebody say, hey, the market I want to sell off. Don't mind anybody. Do what works for you. And that's why I tell everybody, learn, develop your pattern. Learn, develop your pattern. Okay? Yeah, any question whatsoever? Any question at all?
We don't need to scalp, Abi. Just a question. We can do daily and weekly trades.
This capping sometime make one to be, I don't know, having a kind of too much emotion attached to the market. But the most coins are always advised when you are trading in them, you must cap is all those secondary coins, and especially those auxiliary exchange platform, and once you have hit a reasonable profit, it doesn't matter what the market is still doing, you just sell off, and then you may not look back to that coin again, because sometimes most of those coins only have one season out of long period of time. I will never back again to, in fact, they will be out of season. And then while you are waiting for it not to happen. Now, that was why I said you have to create partition for your trade, especially maybe on your Binance and your major trading exchange platform. And most coins you have kept for your holding, if market excessively blow, and of course, after an excessive blow, there must be a pullback. After an excessive drop, after the finding of support and the bottom, there must be a kind of a heavy reversal, an upward trend. So if that happens and you could be scalping, like right now, there are a lot of scalping, we may do, but they could be very delicate because BTC will not give them notice. The BTC will not give them notice. The guy is very bad. The guy, when he's coming down, he pressed them very well. When he's going back, he pressed them more. And any useless coin that is not defined will just be suffering, cerebral spinal meningitis, and be waiting there. And so that is why part of your holding position help to give you a good backup, and your swing give you a very fantastic stand, because swing are limited to few numbers of coins. So the scalping, the best scalping I always love is the scalping that you are farming. Like this season, there are farming coins that I was checking this coin the other day. Who is this guy? Rec. What is this? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. CDT. There were some 2 Satoshi, 3 Satoshi coins that took some jubilating memo, as an advantage over, BTC. So that time, the farming season, one can just do some scalping, but that scalping that time, and we have a rule of scalping. Once you are doing farming, you are doing a scalping during the farming, just like when market is down, and you are just on it, you don't want to be on the system and you want to close down and do other things. As long as you have done above 4%, set it back to BTC. If not, you can be disappointed anytime. And when the market is recovering, all the coins that were using BTC to shine, it will press them as if a revenge match is what it will play on them. And so if you hold your coins there because you want to scalp, you may just look at, wow, what have I done to myself? Just like left my Bitcoin there, without looking back. And now, market recovered. Everybody are now happy. Oh, thank God, my portfolio has increased, even though they don't have more assets, but the dollar value has gone up to an extent that they could sell and wait for another drop. Yeah. You are battling with, boy, when did this useless coin go rise? Oh, where you have seen a coin from tens of thousands of Satoshi have gone to hundreds of Satoshis. You don't know where to even recover from. Is it from back or from front? Your portfolio is wrecked. And then you'll be telling yourself, what all this stress on? So that's why sometimes we tell people, you have to be very careful, where you are taking your scalping.
True.
Yeah. Any other question?
I will make a request, sir. My network hasn't been that stable, and I didn't quite enjoy today's class. So I will beg that after the class, if we can do well to post the video, so I can have.
I can even post it now immediately.
Fine, that will be fine by me. So I will take my time to go through it.
Yeah. Like I told us, when the market is taking a recovery, I told us about the scalping or buying on BitForex. Majorly, we have been interacting with this guy, Green, Beam, and Well. You can see Well is trying to, like all the things they have been dealing with Well for a very long time. He wants to show himself, and even this NSG I was trading, but I never added it to us. But we scalped these coins very well, and they did give us good money. Very good money. Sometimes within a month, they have done some fantastic upward and backward, and and they have not still given up. Especially this team guy.
You usually do 20% for the scalping, right?
Pardon?
You do 20% for the scalping.
For Bimba?
Yes, generally, as in targets.
No. If you are doing daily scalping on secondary coin, once if you are doing daily scalping on secondary coin, and you are not going to be, because any coin you are scalping and you are going offline, as far as you are above 4%, sell off to BTC.
Okay.
That's the discipline. If you are not disciplined on that way, you wreck your account. We actually say scalping is for scammers, because so because out of 100% of people who scalp, only 5% made it.
True.
So you have to be extra careful when you are doing scalping, because at the end of the day, you just discover that what the hell of this. And I was using an example of Link. There's some Link I've been holding since 14,000 Satoshi since last year. And when Link got to 50,000, I was just forced to sell some of them and now collect back at 36,000 Satoshi and all of that. And at the end of the day, some of the scalping will take you unaware because of the activities of the market. But at the long run, you will discover that the some of them that you have a long holding, they make very fantastic profit for you. So, but on a good day, if the coin is mooning very well, at least 15%, 20%, you're fine. And any coin that perform within 24 hours up to outside sentiment or fundamental informations about that coin, maybe partnership, listing on new exchange platform, or introducing a new project along with such coin and all of that. Any coin within 24 hours have been able to do 50%, that have done 50%, and you have bought and you have cut off from maybe 30% of that coin. If that coin let it continually going up for the next 2 days. Don't enter that market again. Don't try it. You do, you're on your own. Just delete it from part of your trading for that day. If not, it will give you longer truth. And you will now see that as if they were waiting for you.
To buy back and shock. And shock you like a movie. I know what you're talking about.
So just manage your 30% and say, she go, and then just move off them, And so that's the discipline. Because if you look at it ordinarily, if you swing a coin or 2 coins in a month 2 times, and each swing of that coin, maybe in a month or 2 months, 3 months, each of the swing take giving you 30 or 40%, and then maybe in 1 month or 2 months, 3 months. So if in a 3 month on your swing portfolio, you can do in 2 months, in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, on your swing, you can do from 80 to 100 to 120%. That makes a lot of sense. And you can do more sometimes. But then on your scalping, you just have to say, okay, against all odds, the sentiment I must apply is that I have to be very selfish for my money not to go. So if in a month on my scalp, there's some exceptional month that you could do crazy percentage, but you are not giving yourself a benchmark and say, I don't go kill myself, like Timaya says. So you now have to okay, let me just give my benchmark of 30, 40% in a month. So if I'm going to keep a benchmark of 30% in a month or 40% in a month in my scalping portfolio, I'm just being reasonable. Yeah. And so you now say, okay, 4%, 5%. So if it's 4%, if it's 5%, 6 times, I've been able to scalp 6 times. That's about 5%, 30%, 5% per scalp. So that's about 5%, and that's 30% a month. Okay, what if I have scalped a particular coin with my money of my scalping portfolio, and that did 150%? You have to guide that profit jealously. You have to be very jealous about that. If it's like a BitForest platform, in fact, you just have to divide that money, one into your asset and one into your trading portfolio. and just forget the one in your asset, and then trade with caution with the other remaining one. If not, okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking whether Tomo and Kava are good coins. What's that question?
Which coin?
Kava and Tomo, whether they are good coins to hold. Somebody asked in the chat.
Tomo is a coin to hold. Kava is a coin to. In fact, I stake my Kava since on Trust Wallet. I have Kava on my Trust Wallet that is being staked there. So it's a coin you can hold. If you are holding it, take it to your the Trust Wallet and stake it there. And please, any coin you are staking, like that Kava now, take note of how many Satoshi do you bought it and stake it. So at any point it has done, if you are staking like Kava, like Tomo, that is, yeah. Okay, no, I didn't stop Tomo, no, it was Cosmos, that's Atom. Now, as at the time you were buying and sending it for staking, please take your journal and write at what Satoshi and at what dollars, so that if the market is extremely bullish, then you can exit, because I think it's a flexible staking too on Trust Wallet. Then you can just honorably exit, like how Madam Doris did one chain one time. So you can just exit it, because as far as a coin you stake that, which we'll do some review on Kava, short maybe tomorrow or before Tuesday. And so if it's a coin that is not having continual partnership and activities, and it has been able to witness a kind of a heavy pump up to like 100% from the time you stake it, or 200%, you can just exit it and then push it out to another asset.
I see.
Yes.
Well, one last question. Apologies, I wasn't here earlier. I think I misread the time. I just wanted to have your thoughts on the new EDC.
What?
The new EDC exchange thing.
Okay, what I said. We said a lot of things there. Maybe okay. I'll send you the this thing is recorded.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. I'll send you guys right now.
Okay.
Okay, so let me leave everybody now. Let's sleep.
I have a question, please. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Bro, Oga Cruz.
I greet you.
You let you waka come.
No, let me waka come. How you there?
God is faithful.
Our training session today started without a proper time schedule, and we attended very late. I hope we can have a proper timing so that we join from the beginning.
Oh, sorry. Actually, saying that I was going to be a little bit 20 minutes. I was in another Zoom, and I have to send quickly because the Zoom now it's a kind of new system, and I was being critical on them, and so I needed to be there to purge out all my activities, my heart, so that I will not come back. They will say, why were you there to ask that? And so I have to send a message or that.
It's okay. I believe the video the recorded video will help us catch up with what you started initially. But that's by the side. My question is this: we are instructed to, whilst we are farming, target just 4% of our trading. And now, from an answer you gave to somebody, I'm a little confused when you differentiated the coin and the primary coin. Are you invariably saying that the percentages that we should target for secondary coins should be different from the primary coins? So I want you to throw a little light on that. I hope my question,
actually,
is clear.
Yeah, very, very. Yeah, they actually once irrespective of when you are farming, usually farming season is bearish market of Bitcoin and a consolidation time, and that's a good farming season. And it can either be primary or secondary coin. Unfortunately, every bearish market and the consolidation, some insignificant coin will just be pumping anyhow. And we always say be careful with them. So if you are still watching the market while scalping and the market is still trending, you can stay there and do 10% and do 20%, depending. But as long as you want to exit that market and you are contemplating, oh, I want to exit this market. Should I not? What should be the first ingredient of your decision is that, oh, I want to exit this market. I have other things doing, and I just want to close this market. Then the first thing should be in your mind, just take your calculator. Have I done 4%? Yes. Just close. Make sure that market is sold back to BTC and you exit.
Okay.
So that you don't, because one thing BTC does is, if it's pressing down, everything goes down. If it's taking a sudden spike, everything still goes down. And once everything goes down when it's taking a sudden spike, every undefined coins will stay perpetually down for a very long time. It's only the primary coin that will be shooting up one after the other.
Okay.
One after the other, one after the other. And then maybe you now have kept so much coins in your on that your scalp, and you go away, you say, okay, when I come back, I think I should be able to do 10% so I can sell. No. If I'm going out and I've done 4%, then I'm good. And then I can close the market. But if I'm still in and I checked it, but I'll tell people is that even when you are still in and the market is not taking a trend, but it kind of is taking a straight up pattern, and you have done something, something that 10%, 15%, and the guy is still going up, it's none of your business. Just how much did I bought? How much am I selling? As much you have sold, and you come back and say, guy, that market you cut off at 10%. The guy did 180%. He said, wow, my spirit was telling me to wait. Oh shit. Sorry for that language. So you just like giving yourself for nothing. You're giving yourself headache for nothing. Yeah, that's the basic.
Then finally, I'm appealing that our training on the bull market and the bear market, that is Eta Bear, Eta Bull, like the other day in class, I'm appealing to you to throw some more light, since by going by what I've seen so far, it's a new training in our.
Sorry, forgive me, everybody. Have you seen what this guy is doing now? Can you see BTC?
Yeah. Wow.
Now, can you see what he's doing now?
Yeah.
It's 5.7 right now, but now go to the asset market. Can you see what he's doing to these guys?
Wow.
Now every shit coin we shit off. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now look at what it has done to Litecoin. We saw Litecoin at 67,000 Satoshi, right? Can you see something? Now, that is why when BTC compressed down very well, and you bought Litecoin with $30-something, for instance, and BTC dropped more, and you are seeing your money at $32, $31, $33. But instead of 64, 67, or 66, 67, it's at 70, 75. You sell to BTC. Now, as BTC is running back, all these guys that were shining and doing Yanga to BTC, you say, hey, come on, relax, go down. Oga want to pass. Open the gate. No, say the ruler, I want to come, So the moment he take off, you have pushed your Satoshi back and say, Oga, no vessel, I'm with you. I'm not trying to decamp to any other party. So he move up. Now, once he move up and do it crazy, see, can you see what the guys is doing? And crazily, moving up, other coins pressing down, press it down, press it down. And once you see that, oh, but this Gragra is doing, if it didn't cross $6,200 and are able to hit up to like, close 7,000, we are still coming down. Okay, we are still coming down. If you don't cross above 6,002 and then get to 7 or thereabout, we are still coming down. All this will be Gragra. So now, but at the end of the day, BTC falling unnecessarily, it will fall every other coin. BTC spiking unnecessarily, it will fall every other coin. Now, what will determine other coin recovery is that are they primary coins, are they coins that have some use cases, are they coins that have recognitions in the market? Other coins that are just like once upon a time. From 10 of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of Satoshi, they will come to hundreds of Satoshi. And that's when you now see that, oh, what have I done? I'll just leave my BTC there. Okay? So I think you can see all the guys that were doing funny scheme. We are agreeing. We are dealing with BTC now. It has showed them where they belong now, right?
Oh, gosh.
That guy is wicked, man.
The guy just do 1 hour. The 1 hour can't do. Everybody will go. Everybody will scatter now. All the people on the bear, whatever, will start closing their position.
You understand?
It's true now because you know that he's not in his normal range.
Yes.
For this time of the year, he's not in the normal range now.
And you understand? This the pull down was unusual. This is not a
Very
usual. Very unusual. So it was not a natural stuff. It was not a natural stuff at all, And that's why anyone going shorting, longing, do you know how many liquidation? Do you know how many accounts have been liquidated severally this period? Account liquidated everywhere. I say, oh boy, .com say that one na Baba Jebu. They go there.
.com no get mind.
I personally feel that BTC movement is manipulated by the whales, and such manipulations, I bet you it was just a temporary thing to weed off small traders, basically.
Yeah, of course, retail trader are going to be pushed out of the market.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I believe they succeeded.
Yeah. Of course. And even though now the market even still recover and pull back, just like I've said, and able to pull back to as much as maybe 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, as case may be, coming, during and immediately after halving, you must still see the normal natural crazy drop before the heavy spike.
Yeah.
I even feel they even manipulated it to get more BTC before the halving.
Of course.
No, there was some scam in China that they said some people had very large amounts of BTC to sell.
Okay.
Yes.
So hundreds of thousands of BTC.
Like it's a plus token now. Plus token guys have been selling.
Yeah.
Those guys that scam $2 billion something. I wish they can send some to my wallet, man.
Now your money will speak for you. No, now your money will speak for you. Little talk and more action.
No, BTC is going to be very active in the next 3 hours. There's a lot of action going on.
Obviously, I
believe.
I'm
telling you, man.
It's expired.
I'm telling you what I'm seeing right now. It's going to close above that 29 or 99 moving average.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a very significant one.
The guy is not joking,
Has it broken a resistance at this price?
Yes, it has. It has broken a major resistance.
Then we can see 6,000 plus.
So it will hit 6,000. No problem. So whether it will stay at 6,000.
If it does not break $6,200 range, forget it. All the thing is doing is still going to be pressed down.
It's still going on. It's 5.8 now.
Look at the RSI now. Yeah, 5.8 is not. Is never a holding. It's never a holding. Let's see how we cross this. Anyway,
with the bullish sign line up there, I don't think it is going. It is going down more.
There's high probability of dropping than even the bullish we are looking at.
Yeah.
It needs to go above any of the short-term moving averages on the daily charts before it shall you have any chance of it going back up.
Okay.
So if it's to say tomorrow now wake up and there's no corona anymore, all of a sudden everybody will be scampering to buy.
You will see a thunder strike on BTC.
Oh, you go pass on that strike now. That's you know me.
A thunder strike.
Wow. Let's see. I wish I had like $1 million. I would have just, this last week I would just bought.
This BTC is not supposed to go down now.
It's not too late.
Yeah, you know, go get the mind to put them on you.
Don't try me.
As this fight they put down, I like guy. You can say wait small. You can go down.
For me, any commodity or asset that's gone below half of its price.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
As it is right now here with this BTC now, investing here is not advisable, right? With this price it is now.
See, when it comes to BTC, anytime anyone wake up is your good morning. There is no best place. The time you pick is the best time. Now, because with this, ordinarily every zone here is a good buying time. Okay. But if we refuse to break within those range, we're expecting the next drop possibly at around this almost top of this $4,700 thereabout, and this is this bottom here around $4,500, $4,700. And if you take so more time to recover back to the 6,000, then we should expect anything less down. Of course, I was expecting for a very long time at $3,500 to $3,000. Wow. And if we're able to break down to 3,000, if we're able to break down to $3,500, then expect about $2,966. And if within the daily market indication, we are unable to now take a recovery, just like a sharp drop like this, and then go back to consolidate, then expect $2,000. Just take note of these prices: $4,700, $3,500, $2,966, $2,000, $1,865.
Wow. Can it drop up to that?
$1,255.
Can you go down to
that? People, those are standard Fibonacci price points. You can drop now. Anything.
And the deeper it goes, the quicker and everybody will stand up. Everybody will stand up. Okay. Wow. Many people were not expecting it this deeper. When we're saying $6,800, somebody say,
hey! Oh boy, yes. Hey!
So when market happens like that, when market happens like that, the best thing to do is to do nothing.
That is God, though.
There is God, though. Not be small. There is God.
Wow.
So that is the truth, and that's what makes a lot of sense, and that's why pattern is very, very important, and so I know we'll get there. Over time you'll be tired of scalping. Over time you'll be tired. Yeah. Over time, you'll be tired of scalp.
Me, I know they scalp again because sometimes I don't scalp lose self. So I know they go.
You lose a lot in that scalping. I lost a lot.
You just the boy your data.
Sometimes there you go to work. Scalp. We'll be scalping in a vaccination. You take drop the phone server, we close the laptop. see link chain. Link where would they follow? Say with the scalp link chain. They happy say you don't say 39,000.
The only trade I enjoy so much in this Binance is that cover. Cover did so well. That cover gave me a lot of money here in this Binance. And that Chainlink, I don't know what
we even beg Chainlink, make it come down to at least 30,000. You know,
don't go 40,000 again now.
Yeah, you're there for 27 now. One more was asking for 7. It's 27 now.
You know, see where? Check where? Open and look at again. 40,000. 40. Guy, don't see where. And they look here. No, they look here. I make me
40,000.
God, brother. There was an update. I saw this Tika Tiwari that he did. Okay. And they tell you, a lot of things they Tika hire plane of $40-something million. Where you fly, say you go release another 5 top coin again. There is only 3 people that is aware of those coins. Only 3 people. Him, himself, one tech guy, and then one of only these 3 people, and they will fly along with you. I think the webinar is going to happen, we say on the 18th of March.
Yeah, on the 18th.
Hey, Oga.
Sir?
In fact, I'd adjust. he mentioned even a coin will do 3 million%.
No, let me tell us something. The people who are making it big time in crypto are not people who are scalping. The people who are making it big time in crypto are informational traders. Okay, and okay, just imagine a coin that somebody had entered into when it was 1 to 10 Satoshi, and somebody bought into it, and the coin within 2 years had jumped up to as high as 4,000 Satoshi from 1 to 10. You know what it means now? That is from 1 digit cross to 2 digit, it crossed to 3 digit, the hundreds of Satoshi, thousands and several thousands of Satoshi. What are you talking about? So people who are making it big time are not noise makers. They are not people who say, the candlestick have done this. No, but those, it's all about sentiment. Okay, guys, let me leave also that we can take some rest and see what happens tomorrow. See what happens.
Rest for the weekend.
Officer, they call you for barracks.
Papa.
Are you going to be in the office tomorrow?
By the grace of God.
Okay, it's all right. See you then. Okay, good night.
All right, cheers, everybody.
Yeah, that's all.
We are expecting the video.
Thank you, sir.
Stop.
Thank you.
you, sir.
Yeah.